Yeah, I feel like that's like my secret talent. I can tell. I can tell the vibe.
Yeah, you can tell the vibe.
I can tell, like,
so
no,
it's not for me.
Like, what everybody's, I don't know. I can just tell, like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
I'm probably not gonna get on with you like that. Like,
yeah, like I can
I'm not
tell.
gonna give you a chance.
No, like after like a couple. So welcome back to the Apex podcast. Make sure you tap in. I'm Jemima.
I'm Laura.
And today's guests, we have Ade.
Hey. Exciting.
So we want to get to know you a little bit more. Actually, we kind of want to get to know how much you know.
Ooh.
So we got a little game for you.
It's a bit scary.
Yeah, this is called Golden Nuggets. So how you play is we have 3 different categories.
Okay.
And out of each 3, there's 5 questions.
Okay.
You need to get the majority, which is 3
Oh, pressure's on.
or more, in order to get the nuggets, our gold nuggets. If you don't, then you have to have a tablespoon of Marmite.
Oh!
A table. That's what the Marmite is for.
Okay. This is called a setup.
Yeah. Ambush. So we have 3 categories. The first one is geography.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is animal groupings. Like, for instance, like a school of fish, that kind of thing. And then we got variable A, which is for your name, Ade. So basically, every single question we ask, the answer begins with an A.
Okay.
And
So
that is
which
your
one?
only clue.
What did you say?
That's your only clue.
That's the only clue. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only clue. Yeah.
Pressure's on.
So which category would you like?
Let's go with animals.
Animal grouping. Okay.
Get the first one out of the way. It's the hard one. I think.
Oh no, it's the only one. You only pick one.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you get to pick one.
Do you want to change it?
Yeah, let's go geography.
Geography.
Oh, I don't know.
Variable A is just like general knowledge.
Are you sure?
No, let's go with animals. Go with
Okay.
animals. Oh, no, okay. Oh, you got me worried now. The look in your faces, you're just like,
It's just I want you to eat the Marmite. That's all I want.
Okay.
We don't want to eat it.
Because if you don't, we have to.
I'm not doing it again.
So this is really we're saving each other's skin right now.
Oh, I see. So it's a partnership.
Yeah.
It's a teaming up. Yeah. All right, in that geography, let's go geography.
Okay.
Let's see where we land.
Hey, where is it? Okay.
Evil after time.
Sweet. So first question is, what is the capital of Equatorial Guinea?
Crickets.
Tumbleweed.
No idea.
So
People, I live in Australia. Come on now.
I did not expect the question to be that.
when I tell you I'm saying without skin, I really meant it.
Whoa.
Does anyone actually know the answer?
Me?
No idea.
Do you want the answer?
Tell us the answer.
Malibu. It's called Malibu.
Malibu. Okay. Wow. That's cruel.
Anyways,
Question
speaking
2.
about Equatorial Guinea,
Yeah.
how many countries sit along the equator? I'll give you some options.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
We got 9, 11, 13, or 15.
11.
Yeah, nah. You ain't got that one right. You ain't got that one right.
What is the answer?
Where is it?
It's 13.
13.
Where is it?
What?
Where is
The equator?
Where is Equatorial Guinea?
Near the equator.
Africa?
Why are you asking me questions?
Should have been
Incompetent.
What do you want to do?
Alright, cool. Okay, let's go for an easier one.
Okay.
Because I want you to feel confident.
Yeah.
Which city in England has a famous bridge that fell down?
London Bridge?
Yes, there you go. Ding.
Yes.
Let's see. Where can one find Machu Picchu?
Colombia? I don't know. No idea.
You see what it is? I really believed in you. It was actually Peru.
Oh man.
So it does look like.
Marmite is coming to me?
Yeah, it does. So White
man.
Hands, could you please
Bring our
lovely guest,
Oh.
Marmite, and
Bring our nuggets.
Oh.
We've catch
Oh, no nuggets as well.
Oh,
Gosh.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just Marmite for you. So.
Man, that was some hard questions. Let's be
Yeah, I
honest.
know.
Yeah,
To be
that was not
fair,
easy.
all of our guests prior have got it right.
Yay,
Yes.
lucky me. Come on.
Beautiful. We believe in you. This is.
Oh, it's fresh too.
So they want to take a spoonful.
A spoonful, not like a.
No,
Oh.
don't be shy.
I do it for the love.
It's like the
I do
jar.
not miss it.
You do not miss this.
She had it last time,
How many times have you had this, Jemima?
just once.
Just
but,
once.
it was
Okay,
enough.
okay.
It was enough.
Laura,
Oh no, not yet.
you've never had this.
I don't
Oh,
want to
okay.
either.
Ah, hallelujah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Beautiful. I do love it.
Do you want any sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to say some prayer on it?
Oh.
please.
Stretch your hand.
No.
Stretch your hands.
Pray for me.
Oh.
Wait.
Thank you.
Okay, go.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
He's going all in. Go for it.
What do you
for
think
it.
he's gonna do? Little push.
Go for it. Go. You said you liked it when we asked you.
Yeah, but like on toast with avocado, a little bit of
Avocado. What?
It's a proper spoon. It's a proper spoon. This is a
Yeah,
proper spoon.
it's.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
it's a bit
Man up,
flat now,
man up.
Oh. Do you know what? Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sticks
Yeah.
to the roof of
Come
your
on.
mouth, isn't it? Isn't it?
Wait, is
sticking
it
to the
that
roof
bad?
of your mouth?
I'm never having this. I'm never having this because this is twice now. I'm not having it. Oh, I can't have it. Nah. Wait, this is what you did. I can't have Marmite.
No, it's actually your turn next.
Drink water.
Oh, Lord
Actually,
Jesus.
I like you one.
It's actually not
Nah.
my turn next. Like honestly, it's not my turn.
Oh, Lord
I like
Jesus.
you want us to lose next
That's legit.
episode so that you get to eat
That
it.
is legit. Oh.
Wait, describe it in 3 words though.
Disgusting. Ah.
It's
Oh.
it's so bad.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Have you recovered or
No.
do you need a second? Okay.
No, it took me the whole episode to recover.
Yeah, no,
that's
it's
why. Even after I was still tasting it, like
I should have brought some chewing gum.
I'm so sorry. This actually ruined
Oh,
the day.
we should have. Do you know what? Oh gosh, this is so sad.
Ah.
Sad. Moment of silence for his taste buds.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Moment of silence.
Huh. Well,
Oh.
get some more water. Give me some more.
Ah. This is legit. God have mercy. You feel it in your tongue, you feel it in your mouth, it then gets the back of your head. Ooh.
So,
Oh.
yeah, we feel
Okay,
it.
okay,
Alright.
okay.
So the next part, while you're still recovering, is the get to know you part.
Oh.
So we have 5 questions, and we're gonna pick them out at random.
Okay.
And this is just to get to know you a bit better. You know, no pressure this time. No pressure.
No, Mike.
No more. Okay, so let's go. So, blank is toxic. That's the first one. So, what would you say is toxic?
What is toxic?
Marmite.
Marmite? Toxic people, I'm helping you out. That should not be done.
But is there like a type of like, what do you think in society is like toxic?
Look, I think, that's a good question. One of the things I think is out there at the moment is social media. People feel like that is toxic. Now, I don't necessarily. I think it can be for some people, but I think it also can be used as a source of good. But yeah, I think there's an element of social media that can be very toxic. But I think ultimately, if one was going to boil it down, I would say comparison is really the thing that is toxic.
We've had that before.
Yeah,
Had that before.
comparison is really. It doesn't let you win in life. It takes you backwards
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
eats you from the inside out. which I think is what's really bad about it. So yeah.
Do you think that links into the social media?
Yeah. I think that's the core of it. So what makes social media bad, or can make it bad, is the fact that we play this comparison game. Am I as good as them? Am I better than them? And the more we do that, it eats here, and you just can't win that race. So there you go. That's my 5 cents.
Facts. So what would be in your starter pack? Do you know
Starter
that?
pack. Oh, voucher to McDonald's is a must.
Love that.
Maybe a voucher to some kind of chicken place. I've got one in mind just around the corner from here.
So there's 2 vouchers.
Yeah, vouchers are good. Vouchers are good.
Bargains are good.
Bargains are good.
That's
That's called free money. Hello, somebody. Down for vouchers. An Xbox would be awesome. Brand new Xbox. I feel like I gotta say the Bible, but really, it's not necessarily the Bible. What I would want is a good phone, like a smartphone, because then you can put the Bible app on there, and then you can do so much more. I think you can change the world with a phone. Like that's just my theory. Okay. Obviously, your family can't fit into a starter pack, so. Or maybe a photo of my family.
That's nice.
Is that bad that it's number 4 on my list?
No. Some people didn't put it in.
Yeah,
some people didn't put it in.
Wait, have we had that?
Nah, I don't think we've had family before.
Yeah, I don't think we have family.
Photo of my family, 4. I'd go 5 things. Yeah, 15. I think, maybe a notepad.
Yeah.
Notepad. Oh, obviously with a pen.
It's okay.
I've got paper. I've got nothing to do with it.
So, what is your weirdest food combination?
Weirdest food combination?
That you like?
Okay, I don't know if it's weird, but one of my favorite things to do is put mayonnaise and stuff.
Okay,
I'm just like, yeah, you've heard that.
I've heard
about me.
No.
Or just in general.
Just in general.
Like, wow, people know. That's cool. So, for example, I'm happy to have rice
with mayonnaise.
Oh heck yeah.
Why does it add slip? Like, what is it about it?
Just
it doesn't taste like anything.
Just the taste.
Mayonnaise doesn't taste like
No,
anything.
it does.
I feel in the mayonnaise is so good.
Mayonnaise has got a taste, man.
Mayonnaise is so
It's
good,
got
but
a
not
taste.
on rice.
You see?
No,
but on rice.
I'm just saying.
I was with him, yeah. I was with you until you said rice.
Rice, I'm like, what?
You said. You said what's your weirdest one? The question was.
True.
You said what's
we
the
did say
weirdest?
weirdest. We
You
did
said
say weirdest.
weirdest.
That's true.
We did say weirdest.
So this
Normal
rice.
mayonnaise or like Perinaise or
No. Just any kind
Plain
of mayonnaise.
Just regular.
Any, just your regular. I can put that in rice. Obviously, you've got sauce and stew with it or whatever, or it could be fried rice or just a tad,
A dash.
just a dollop, if you would. Spaghetti, I would do the spaghetti too.
Stew.
Oh man, it just takes it.
It just takes it. Takes it where?
Takes it to the next level.
Veg.
My God, my name.
Veg is funny.
Ah, people.
You know it's bad when veg is.
Do you know what?
Veg is.
Just sipping. Do you know what? Yeah, it's so crazy because like you'll have someone sitting there thinking, yeah, I feel you. So like even if we're like, someone will be there sitting.
Can I just say, if you are with me, mayonnaise on rice, right, or even
Tell
spaghetti, let me know. Holler back at me. I want in on this.
Start a
I'm not the only person that likes mayonnaise and rice. I'm just saying.
Okay. Last 2, we have. What's the last picture in your camera roll?
Oh gosh. It is probably of a quote, or it's going to be of myself. Let's find out.
Let's find out.
The way you said "let's find out," yeah, it was so like.
Let's find out. What is it? Oh, it is of here. It is a picture I took of this.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. So there you go.
Oh, sick.
And the one before that is of my laptop,
Oh, sweet.
and then it was a quote.
Are you selling it?
No. Just a photo.
Alright.
Just a photo, not selling the laptop. I like my laptop.
Alright.
Plus, it's not myself.
Okay.
Alright, next question.
Okay, so last one. What would you say is your most embarrassing moment?
Oh gosh. One that comes to mind, I would have been in grade, maybe 11 or 12. And I was running the 100-meter sprint. And
Already, it's just.
you know how this is going to end, right? Yeah, I think it was 100. Yeah, it was 100. and I was winning. And as I was getting towards I think it was 20 meters from the end, I was just so excited that, this is in the bag. Only to stack it straight down.
In front of like the whole school, actually.
There wasn't the whole school, but it might have been.
My thing is always that when you fall over, what do you do? Like, because obviously you have to get up, but like...
You get up and you keep running. You keep running.
It's...
You keep running.
See, that's why I don't participate in athletics.
Oh!
So we did
that would be up there with one of the most embarrassing times.
Yeah, especially because you thought you were going to win.
Yeah, okay, just.
So we're going to move on to the waffle of the week.
Waffle of the week, okay?
Yeah, so this is where we just waffle. So we just pick a random thing to talk about and talk about. So this kind of links in with what you were saying about social media, really.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Like a tiny bit. I suppose you can link it. But the question is it bad to please other people?
Is it bad to please other people? I think it depends on the context. Like, it's not bad if I please my wife. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
That's bonus points for me. I love somebody.
Reg, you're right.
It's just the sounds.
What, did I do something wrong?
No, not even.
It's just Reg.
Oh, just Reg, okay? But, pleasing my wife is a good thing. Pleasing my children is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to pleasing other people from an insecure position, I think that's when it gets really bad.
Yeah.
Pleasing them so that you can gain favor with them because you're not confident in who you are internally. I think that's where there's a dilemma. Like, we need to please our parents, we need to please our bosses, we obviously need to please God, that's a given. But at the same time, they're people, it's really about where you direct that from.
Where it's coming from.
Where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So if it's done from a place of love,
Yeah.
awesome. If it's done from a place of fear, oh gosh, that's got to be toxic, man. That is just got to be awful.
Yeah, because I feel like you're always going to be... Because the thing is, it's like... And I think, especially if it's out of fear, I feel like you'll never really get to the point where you actually please them and it'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll be like enough. Like, it'll never be
I don't
enough.
think it'll ever be enough because, like, you're always thinking, I didn't hit the mark.
True.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I've been recently just been kind of reviewing my parenting skills. So I've got 2 kids. One's about to turn, I think, got 8 or so soon. The other is 5. And
8 or so.
Yeah, I think it's 8. And I'm just been reviewing my parenting skills, and I've realised that sometimes to get them to do what I want them to do, I have to kind of go hard and be like, "Oi, do it now!" And it's more from if you don't do this, you will get in trouble.
Yeah.
So initially I thought that was great because I'm teaching them about consequences. And this is really awesome. Exactly, responsibility. Like, I remember growing up as a kid, I didn't have the naughty corner, I had a belt. It was awesome. I learned. It was great. Got the backside of a wooden spoon too. But as I'm thinking about it more recently, actually in the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I'm asking myself the question, are they doing what I want them to do because they're trying to please me from a place of fear? Or are they doing what I want them to do because they're pleasing me from a place of love? And so I'm reflecting, I haven't really worked it out, but I do know that eventually or at some point, I want to get them to do what I want them to do because they love me and as a result they're obeying what I want them to do.
Yeah, so
not because they're afraid of dad and they're going to go to the naughty corner.
Yeah. So how are you finding that like balance? Like what are you doing to like sort of change that? Because I feel like sometimes like obviously something that will work for one kid won't work for another kid.
Yeah,
so
true.
So how do you find like the balance between your 2 kids?
That's a good question. So my daughter, for example, naughty corner does nothing for her.
Or she just gets up?
Oh man, she's like, let's go.
That's what I mean.
It's
That was
like,
saying me.
it's just like, oh, you want, no. You want to go to naughty corner? Oh, sure. She'll just go and stand there. She goes, do I stay here for 5 minutes?
She's not there. She just
straight
doesn't care.
up. She does not care. My son, on the other hand, the thought, all you got to do is look at the naughty corner, and he's like, what do you want me to do? He's ready to go.
Yield.
So I think there's an element where you got to look at their personalities and how that plays a part in it. But I think what I'm trying to work out is how I can demonstrate love in what I'm doing. So, initially it used to be, I'm not sending you to the naughty corner when I'm angry. I'm sending you to the naughty corner because, what you've done deserves, you need to see the consequence of what you've done.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking myself the questions, how am I showing you love so that even if, there's got to be consequences, right? I just give it, there has to be consequences because you learn your boundaries that way. And particularly at the age that they are, as they keep growing up, they have to know where the boundaries are.
Yeah, because they'll push.
If not, because they will push. So how do I show them the boundaries, yet in the whole way of doing that, make sure that they know that I love them? Because as their dad, how they view God's love is going to be based on how they view my love.
Yeah.
So if they view my love as, all-encompassing, though there's boundaries, that's how they're going to see God's love. And what I don't want them to do is get to the point where they're pleasing God out of fear instead of pleasing God out of love. And I don't know if I've answered your question, but that's what I'm working through at the moment. That's kind of what I've been sitting even last night before I went to bed, I was kind of sitting there going, so how do I show my kids, how do I show my little lion and my young princess, how do I show them that, hey, daddy loves you, therefore you have to go to the naughty corner. And so I've realized that for them, I've actually have to have lots of conversations. So it's not just going to the naughty corner, it's why did you go to the naughty corner?
Yeah.
What can you do differently? The reason why I'm doing this. And I'm trying to, if you would, show them a preferred future. So I want you to be this kind of person because I love you so much. Therefore, since you're not getting it right now, I'm going to make you go there so that you could hopefully will change your behavior. But yeah.
Yeah.
You're just hearing it.
And I thought it was. I think it's good timing though that we asked the question though,
Yeah.
because since you're pondering on it. But yeah, that kind of links in with obviously personality because you're talking about personality in a bit of it. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the big topic.
Dun, dun, dun.
And we've got a couple of questions about like getting to know yourself and like all of that stuff. So yeah.
So to start off, tell me, how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
3 words. Fun-loving.
I love that. The hyphen. I see.
Fun-loving.
Yeah, fun-loving. Uber loyal. That's just my thing. I think I'm always seeking adventure seeking. Yeah.
Would you say you're adventurous as well?
I like to think of myself as.
Because I feel like everyone kind of goes, yeah, I'm spontaneous, like.
No, I'm not spontaneous. Definitely not spontaneous.
No, I'm spontaneous. I feel like I'm spontaneous, but I may not be adventurous. Like in the moment, I can be adventurous, but like to think about
adventure,
it's scary. But like in the moment, I'll be like, yeah, but like I'm not adventurous. Like
Yeah.
I've had the same all that subway for like 10 years.
Oh my god. No, I'm not gonna lie. When you find your thing, there's not really any.
I'm like, yeah, I go and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try something different, and then I just go the same thing over again.
I feel you.
Just see, like, if it works, don't fix it. Wait,
if it's not broken.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
You gotta tweak. You gotta
just
tingle.
caught
You gotta
caught you live.
What do you mean?
Messing up the quote. Just like.
She's trying to improve the quote. It's okay. Spontaneous.
It's alright.
Completely spontaneous.
So you talked about your kids' upbringing just again. So how would you say that? How was your upbringing? Like, how would you?
My upbringing, fun, serious. Obviously, I got African parents, so there was a line to toe. Parents are from Nigeria, so look, lots and lots of fun. We had lots of fun, but we were given lots of opportunities as well. So we got to travel, we got to see the world.
Oh, how did that come about though?
So my parents are educators, and part of their work, or the work they did, enabled them to travel the world every 18 months. So every 18 months they had a free ticket around the world for their family, and just say it was a good life. So we traveled, we saw the world. My parents wanted us to wanted us to learn from the University of Life.
Okay.
And so they would make us travel, and forced is not the right word, but they taught us. Well, I guess, I quickly went back to me being 12, and it felt like we were forced, but now as a complete adult, I realized we weren't forced, we were taught how to love people from different cultures. And that was really cool. And so we would go to different places and kind of interact and hang out, and we asked questions like, what did they do? What's different about this? And try this meal and give it a go. And it was it was fun.
Yeah.
We had fun. I got memories of sitting in hotels and jumping on beds, and Dad going, you can't do this in our house, but this is a hotel, do whatever you want to do.
Like when you go to hotels, like no rules.
Totally.
Yeah, it really
totally.
is. Yeah, it's cool that you got the space to do that then.
Yeah, so that we were very fortunate, very blessed. It was a great childhood, but my parents are strict. They're down the line, and there's no messing around. But in the midst of it, there was a lot of fun, which is kind of weird to say. I think part of it is my perspective has changed as I've grown older. I can understand where they were coming from, what they were driving for. Very hardworking parents, and I think when you have parents that are hardworking, they want to make sure that you are hardworking as well, and there's a line that they want you to toe. But in the midst of it, man, we had a heck of a lot of fun.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
What would you say? How was yours?
Upbringing. I'm still getting brought
Brought
up. I'm still getting brought up. So and that's why we wanted someone like older to sort of like add a little bit of glue to this, like to see their kind of
perspective, like
you've grown up now, and obviously like it's so weird because like you don't, when it's your birthday, you don't obviously you grow up, but it's like it's not like
it doesn't feel like a change. Every
yeah,
year it doesn't feel like a change.
It's another number, innit? So it's just kind of like just to see someone that's gone through that a little bit more. Like in terms of like
retrospectively,
exactly. But mine, like I don't know. Mine's just like, in what way though? Is like upbringing in terms of like, was it good? Was it bad? Kind of
like, how do you think yours was different to the average person?
The average person. I think it is so basic. Like, there was nothing crazy about upbringing. No, I think it was fun. I think it was fun because of the fact that like. Growing up, a lot of the time it was me and my older brother.
Yeah.
And obviously we got 2 younger siblings, but like we just had fun just being kids. And I remember when my mum was pregnant with my younger brother and she'd go to the hospital and like we pretend we're sleeping, right? And then when we hear that door, like we get up and underneath the bed is like the Lego and stuff like that, and we like play and stuff like that. So I think that it was really fun. And then moving to Dagenham, I don't know, I feel like things changed in terms of like, we just started to grow up a lot more. So I feel like the Lego just got packed away, got parked off, and but yeah, I feel like just upbringing is it's just been regular. What about you?
Like, I don't know, I think my upbringing has been different to the average person.
You think?
Yeah, but like, cause so when I was like 11, it was just me and my dad for a bit because my mum was working like abroad, so it was just me and my dad from like 11 to like 12 or 13, and then that was like a weird time because like you know when you go from primary school to secondary school, and then secondary school drama and and it was just hard like by myself. It was just really awkward, and all my sisters were like in uni, so I was literally like by myself. And my sisters, the next sibling is like 10 years, so it took we did not get along. Like when we lived in the same house, we did not get along, and then when she moved out, we became friends.
Sometimes like you just need like time to breathe off each other.
That's true.
Because I hear a lot of that, like when people go to uni, they're like, "Oh, me and my mum are actually friends now. Me and my dad are actually friends now."
Yeah.
Whereas like sometimes you're always in each other's face. Although it doesn't always take uni to do that, but a lot of people say that like they just
need space.
Like,
you can love them, but from afar, you can't live with these people. I don't want any people.
I'm listening to all of this, right? People. And as a parent, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope my kids love me when they're this age.
Yeah.
Like, please grow up and love me. Please. Let me not be that parent. Let me not be that parent where they're sitting on a talk show one day going, well, my dad.
Mom, I love you.
I love you guys. We became best friends.
Like when you said
we were good until we were 11, and then something happened. There was so much drama, and now I'm part of the house. I'm married to my own kids. I love my dad. I'm just saying that's my prayer. Like I had that of like, ooh, you definitely need to work with your parenting skills. You need to work on that skill.
Yeah, I feel that though.
But yeah. I don't know. That's
look, gotta be honest though. I say that. Me at 18, I was dying to move out of the house. I was
But you stayed there for uni.
Yeah, because the plan was to move out of the house and go to uni. And I was going to move interstate to a different state in the country. But it never kind of panned out. And then when I finished uni, I was like, you know what? I don't want to live at home. I'm going to go overseas. Again, it didn't work. So I hear what you're saying, but now that I'm a parent, I'm like, ooh, Lord Jesus, I don't want my kid to feel that way about me. I want them to just want to hang out with me and talk to me and call me once a week. So like even now, I talk to my daughter before she goes to bed every night, and I'm like, hey babe, she's like, yeah, because I call her babe. I'm like, hey, when you grow up, promise you'll call daddy once a week. She's just looking at me like, really? But when I'm growing up, Dad, I'm going to move out of the house. I'm like, yeah, I know, but just promise you'll call me once a week because I just don't want to be, I want to have that good relationship with you. So, anyway.
Yeah, my sisters have that relationship with my mum though. Like they call each other like every day.
Ah.
Like
So that's
my sister didn't call yesterday, and then mum was like, "Oh, I haven't heard from your sister today." She was so sad, and I was like,
I don't think I'm gonna be that mum, you know.
"Is it?"
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah.
You was grown. Move out of the house.
Like, you're looking at me like... No, like, in terms of, I want you to call it, obviously, but, like, if you didn't for, like, a bit, you know...
Mum's a bit... like a month, a week...
Teared up.
A month!
A month! But it's not every day, though. It's actually not every day. We'll see, though. We'll see. Because you always kind of, like, change your perspective as you grow up. But
that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
So, can you recall a moment where you can you recall a moment that made you feel? Sorry, what I read just didn't make sense. Can you recall a moment that in your life, like growing up? Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It could be like after 18. It could be any stage of life that you feel had a big impact on who you are today and made you into the person that you are. It could be like a period of time, or it could be like a single event.
Well, if I go back to childhood, I was in grade 5 or grade 6, and I had this teacher in class. Her name is Mrs. Jenny Coyle, and she was just phenomenal. So she did something really amazing. I was in school. I wasn't really doing well in school, not that I ever did well in school anyway, but I wasn't really doing well in school, and she tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, I think you can be class captain." And it just changed my world, and she literally believed that I could be a leader. And she did that when I was in grade 5, grade 6, and for those 2 years I had a back-to-back. I was a class captain, I became the teacher's pet, my grades shot up, and my life just began to change because she believed in me as a teacher. And so that would be a moment for me where I was like, wow. Big impact.
Yeah.
And in fact, a lot of what I do today from a leadership perspective is because of the influence she had on my life. So I go back to it, go, okay, if I can speak into someone's life like that, then I think their life will be awesome too. So yeah, that would be...
I was going to ask that as well. Like, do you think that affects the way that you, like, have relationship with other people? So, like, obviously you're saying speaking to people's life.
Yeah, totally. Because I think what it is it's at a young age though. I think it was the power that I was in grade 5 and grade 6, and she saw a leadership gift of you would, or just maybe she didn't see anything. Maybe she was just sick of me getting in trouble all the time. I was like, if I make you class captain, hopefully you'll just shut up and get the job done. Yeah. And whatever it was, it worked. And I'm talking about her today, and it was just amazing. I remember being maybe about 10 years ago, I tried to find her. So I went through, I was going to say a phone book, because that's what we had. I went through the phone book and tried to find her.
Like the big yellow thing.
Yeah, the big yellow thing. We call it white pages. White pages, trying to look for her, and it turned out that she had passed away. Because I just wanted to say thank you, because it really it made a big difference. It was it changed my world. So even today, I often think, what can I say to someone that would make them better in the future, and how can I add value to who they are? And I think what it taught me, even now I'm talking about, I don't know why this has come about parenting, but for some weird reason, maybe that's just where I'm at today. But
roll with it.
As a parent, I'm asking myself, what can I say to my kids to help them be the leader they could be in the future? What can I say to an individual to help them be better at who they're called to be? So yeah, big impact.
Would you say you've had one?
I feel like there's like I have like different like growth stages.
Yeah.
So like I think that like even like coming to Apex was like a nice, and I always speak about it because like it's one of them. I remember the first time I ever went to Apex, and I thought it was like the sickest thing ever. Like I walked in and there was like strobe lights and a smoke machine, and I was like, this is just. I went to the
like a nightclub. You said
yeah. I thought it was a dancery, Like I ordered my Fanta, I was sipping. It was a great time, like just starting off, especially because we had just moved here, like maybe like not that long ago, like a year or something. Still getting used to the area and stuff like that. But like that was a nice stage of life because it was just getting to know people in church. I feel like a lot of time, like before this church, I didn't like you go to church, but it's kind of like
you go to church. It didn't feel like I don't
Out of
know
fear.
these people.
From your parents.
Like parents, you just wake
No,
up,
not even that,
wake up and you just go to church.
You know, it was like, I like church, but it's like, I didn't know
anyone.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think this is the first church I've got to like know people for myself.
Wow.
So that was a cool thing.
Like, my parents knew people in my old church. Like, my parents knew people. My
Because
parents
I'm
were
talking after, innit?
yeah, for time.
How long?
Service finished at like 12. Why are we still here at 3 o'clock? Why are we still here at 3 o'clock?
I'm not lying. It's
But then here it's different. Here it's like 10 minutes. I feel like I feel like 10 minutes is long. But back then we used to be waiting for like half an
honestly,
hour.
like how long are you actually gonna catch up with this person? You saw them last week.
Literally.
It's the same auntie you're talking to.
I guess.
But yeah, there's definitely different like growth stages, and even like now, I'm like, obviously I'm doing uni and stuff, so I can't do this as much. But like even reading and stuff like that, getting to know different things, and I feel like even coming out of uni, I want to travel quite a lot.
Come on.
So like even that will be sort of like, you know what I mean? So I think there's like different bursts of like growth where it's just like in my mind, I look at life differently. I think. But yeah.
Definitely. So like, what would you say your best attributes are?
Wow.
Big yourself up there.
I don't know. Like that's a hard question because I don't think I reflect that much on
Yourself.
Yeah, like I'm just
You.
yeah, like
Yeah, no, I feel you.
just
Yeah.
I think ultimately I would just say just get the job done. That's really that's it. Just want to get the job done.
No, I think you're probably like funny and just like chill.
Yeah.
And, like
Easy
Not
to
in a-
talk to.
yeah, but like not in like a rude way, but silly would be the word, but not silly in like
I like to have fun.
yeah, like I would class myself as silly a little bit as well. Like where I'm just like goofy. Like I'm just
I like Goofy.
yeah. I think Goofy would probably be a better. But it's just like yeah, you're just doing you and you're just chilling, just vibing.
Your smile.
My smile.
Oh,
Is that an attribute?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's warming. It's endearing. It makes people want to talk to you. It's welcoming.
Thank you.
it's very,
I just haven't thought about that.
it's very much
You've
facts.
got to beat yourself up, aren't you?
He's blushing.
I am.
Veg in the back. Bad words.
What did you say yours is?
Well, it's not. I know it's not my time management.
Okay, that is only funny because you came in late today, right?
I feel late every episode.
Oh, Jemima! You were supposed to say that.
On
Late in 4K.
Okay.
Put in 4K. But like, I don't know.
Honesty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say your attribute is honesty.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody describe it before.
Yeah, but I'll definitely say for you, it's like, yeah, like you said, he's just welcoming.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Really warming. So like, what would you say is your, not worst, but
Just say words.
yeah,
Oh,
worst.
worst.
What's your worst
Just gonna
attribute?
sugar it.
You know, like in a job interview, you'd be like, oh, what are your skills and what
I'm sorry,
are
When
your...
job interviews, it's like the job interview thing, right? And they ask you what's your worst thing.
Yeah.
There's a standard answer that everyone says.
What is it? What
I
is
work
it?
too hard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because like you know you
Why
want the
did
boss
you
to
tell me
I
this?
just told you for free,
What
man.
have you been saying?
Nah, like...
My time management.
no, I didn't say that. In fact, punctual is on my CV. Punctual is on my CV.
Lying.
Punctual is on my CV. But like, no. What was I saying? No, like when they say, "Oh, what's your worst?" I don't know. I just feel like I don't even know. I just leave. They usually say it with your best and worst, so I just say the best and then I move on to the next question.
Like next.
Like
Yeah,
I never know what to
married
say.
together.
But then my friend told me, oh, but then for the job I just got, I just said I take too much on. That's what I said.
See, same thing. I
Yeah, I
work
worked
too
hard.
hard.
Oh,
I'm just
Work,
the
work,
cheat
work,
sheet.
work.
yeah.
Nobody told you how to make a CV until like you've already got a job.
Yeah. Because it's like you're starting with nothingness.
Yeah, and everybody wants experience, but everyone wants to give it to you. What is that?
Come on.
Gosh. No, it's so true.
Come on.
It's
What
so
is
true.
that?
Give me a chance. It's so
You know what I mean? So like, what did you say?
Oh, see, I like that. She came back to it. She was like, I'm not letting you slide away with that one. No. I think I can be very judgmental. Okay, just straight up.
Oh.
I see things black and white. And yeah, I think I like to get things done. And so I like things to be done quickly and fast. And when you want things to be done fast and quickly, you tend to like make judgment calls really quickly as well. So,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
So we're working on that.
My worst attribute. I'm just perfect, you know.
Oh, come on now.
I'm joking.
Liar, your hands on fire.
Sorry, Laura.
Worst attribute. Raw. I should have really thought about this one before because I actually thought about personality. Worst. This is really hard, you know.
I know, it's a hard
It's
question.
really hard. Sometimes when you want 10 out of 10 and everything, it's just, you know what I mean? It's really hard.
Just keep it to myself.
No, I'm actually trying to, I don't know. I feel like, okay, maybe, I think this one is dependent though, on like, maybe mood, or like, because like sometimes I feel like for myself, if I'm in like a room full of people that like get me, I'm like a lot more easier to come up my shell. Although it's really weird because like when I meet people for the first time, I'm kind of most of the time kind of on it. Like we'll talk about something, we'll find something to click on, and we just click and we just talk.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like if it's just not banging in the room, like I'll just sort of recoil back to myself.
Yeah, the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you kind of just be like, yeah, it's not for me, and then just be silent the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like that's like my secret talent. I can tell. I can tell the vibe.
Yeah, you can tell the vibe.
I can tell, like,
it's not for me.
Like, what everybody's, I don't know. I can just tell, like,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
I'm probably not gonna get on with you like that. Like,
Yeah, like I can
I'm not
tell.
going to give you a chance.
No, like after a conversation or two, I probably know if we're gonna be friends or not.
Yeah, same.
Wow, really?
I can kind of tell pretty much
I've
straight
got a
away.
theory on that though.
Oh, you think?
I've got a theory on that.
What is it?
I think you develop friendships based on who you spend the most time with.
You think?
Yeah, so if you don't spend any time together, you're never gonna have a good friendship.
But what if like you just don't want to spend time with that person?
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
the
like
thing.
you know
don't
who
want
you
to.
click with. You know who you
Yeah,
click
you know you
with.
kind of click. It's just kind of.
But I think you can develop chemistry there.
I think you can. I think you can definitely do that.
What do you reckon?
I think you can. I think so.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have one like good friend.
I hope she's not watching.
It's so funny. Because, like,
Oh, you did that before, didn't you? You're like, when I
it's
got
so
my
funny
friends.
because, like, when me, Regid, Jemima had our first meeting about this, yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see my friends, and they were like, what? What do you mean your friends? What's this? But like, I feel like sometimes, like, I don't know, it's weird because you can't just be my friend. if you know
Like,
what
I
I
think
mean.
people use the friend too
Yeah,
loosely.
and I think that's not really their fault because there's only one like word for friend.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, but the thing is like I would
Acquaintance
know
is like
the person.
distance.
Acquaintance is like I just met you and like, but it's like a friend is like I don't know, like you. It's like more than that because I haven't just met you. Like I know you, and we chill out, and we hang out, and like I really like you as a person. I care for
But
you.
you're not in my inner circle.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm with you.
I have a good friend.
Everyone together. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Friend. That like when we first met, I was kind of like, it's not really banging like that, you know. I'm probably not gonna, but like we developed it over time. I think she's probably the only one that I've developed it over time. Where everyone else, I've kind of just like I just know, and it's not even that like I don't care for you as a person and blah blah blah. But it's just like I just know that you're just not gonna be like if I see you, we're cool, but.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because, like, now to think about it, yeah, my best friend, we were not friends when we first met. Like,
Yeah. I feel
like
those are
my
the best
closest.
ones, though.
No, she knows this. We know we know this. Like, we did not like each other at all. And then all of us, and then she went, and then that was in primary school. And then in secondary school, we just, she went to a boarding school. I went to normal school. And then, I don't know, one day I just called her out of the blue, like, you know when you just have the group chat from like year 6 or something like that. I just called her out of the blue and then we just started talking week by, like, we'd be like once a month, then we'd be like once a week. And then now she's like my closest, like she's basically my sister now. Now to think about it, so it'll be all right.
A quick question though, do you think people's personalities can change?
Yes.
You think?
Yeah.
Do you think certain qualities, like, do you think there's a certain quality that you have that you probably can't change?
Because I feel like if you're a funny person, you're always going to be a funny person.
Or I think what's funny changes over time.
That's fair.
And so that will change whether you're funny or not.
Yeah.
Because funny changes with society. So, for example, bad example, but if you watch a James Bond movie, for example, what was really cool in the 1970s is not cool any longer.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do some of the stuff that James Bond does anymore. It's just not cool anymore because
Yeah.
society's changed. So I think what's funny changes as well. So if you don't change, you will just you'll be stuck there and you won't be funny anymore.
I feel you.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Got any news?
Yeah. Okay. So I got.
Oh, D's and Q's, by the way, is dilemmas and questions.
D's and Q's.
Sent in
dilemmas and
from us, from
questions.
the viewers.
Okay, let's go.
Make sure to send your D's and Q's. Let me put them up again. I don't know, I keep on closing my notes. So somebody said, I want to give my life to Christ, but I'm scared as I'm only 15 and I don't want my walk to be on and off with God.
That's a good question. That is a really good question. I think you just do it anyway. Like, I think one of the really cool things about giving your life to Jesus is that when you do that, you become a child of God. Now, I said before, I've got children. They don't ever stop being my children. There's nothing they can do that stops me from loving them. So they may shut the door and bang the door and run away and hide in their room.
And not call you once a week.
And not call me once a week or even once a day. Amen. But they will still be my children. I will still love and care for them. And I think the same is true for God. That it doesn't matter when you make the decision, God will always love and care for you. He's always there for you. So even if you have moments where you walk away, His love will draw you back. And that is really, I think that's amazing. So if you got the chance to say yes to Jesus, do it. Give Him everything you got. You never go wrong.
I've got one more, but do you have any?
Oh, you can go on.
Okay. I was raised in a very strict Christian household.
Come on.
And now I'm questioning a lot of the morals and beliefs I was raised with. Bit of a deep dive.
That's a deep dive. That's a good question, though. Like, I think often one of the dilemmas of being raised in a Christian household is that you have a faith, but it's not yours.
It's like your parents.
Yes, it is your parents. You got values, but they're not your values, they're your parents' values. And one of the dilemmas from that is that those values can be pushed upon you. And because they're not your values, they don't take hold or don't take root. So I think if you're raised in a Christian family, particularly a family where it's a bit strict, I think it's important that you try to get faith on your own, that you get into church on your own. You get into the Word of God yourself. You develop a relationship with God. I've often found that with people who are raised in very strict Christian families, that one of the best things for them is to attend a church when they're of age. So that means, kind of past the 16, 18 age group, to attend a church that is different to their parents. So they have the opportunity to make a relationship with God without their parents. And so it becomes personal to who they are.
Yeah,
Go on.
I also feel that, like, sometimes, especially like with the whole church thing, sometimes people have only seen one church.
Yes.
So they kind of always think that church is the same all the time. Like, and even when you think of like denominations, like obviously you've got Catholics, you've got Protestants, you've got all kinds of different things. And everyone like sort of thinks of the church as this one thing because either maybe that's what they've seen on TV or whatnot, or that's just what they've seen in life. Yeah, so they kind of just think every church is like this, and
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and it's like, especially because people are just people, so like they make mistakes. So it's like,
yeah,
Christianity is like, obviously in church they always say it's like a relationship. So you have to really know God for yourself.
Yeah, you do.
And because if you just know, like, if you went to like, for example, like a bad church or like, crooked leaders, and then that's all you saw, and then like no wonder you're questioning, like what's going on, like the whole thing, because that's all you know. But then when you actually, like what you said, go to another church, I feel like a lot of people think because we're raised in a Christian household or all like Christian like robots and we all like think the same. But like, I feel like we question Christianity more than people who haven't been raised.
You're always kind of looking to like answer this question and answer that question. Why does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, because we're conflicted. We're like, you're reading about, God is love, but then like at home, you're scared.
That's true though. I think one of the things though
you phrase that.
You mustn't be afraid to ask the questions though.
Yeah.
Like, I think asking the questions is really important, and I think the solutions to the questions come from an encounter with God. So there's nothing wrong with questions. In fact, the more questions you have, the better. But what should happen is your question should lead you back to Jesus.
Yeah.
So that when you have an encounter with him, it resolves the questions that you have. Jesus is perfect theology, if you would. He's got all the answers in him. And when you have an encounter with him, it resolves a lot of those questions. So, but yeah, I don't know if that helped.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. My one is, how do you get to know yourself when you feel like you don't have the space to grow?
Wow. How do you get to know yourself if you feel like you don't have the space to grow?
Yeah.
I think one of the best ways to get to know yourself if you don't have the space to grow is to put a mirror to yourself. And by that, I don't mean actually putting a physical mirror to yourself and checking out your clothes and be like, hey, I look fine in this. It's not about that. It's about looking at the people you hang around with. Often you can learn a lot about who you are by the people you hang around with. Another way to say it is that you become the people you hang around with. If you want to know where you're going to be in 10 years' time, kind of look at the people you hang around with. You'll get an idea of where you will be able to see them and go, you're going that direction, my life is going to go in that direction as well.
Yeah.
So that's how you get to know yourself. Your friendship group, your inner circle, if you would, they tell you who you are.
Yes.
Because birds of the same feather tend to flock together.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
Oh, how do you get to? Oh, yeah. I think that sort of like a little bit like you said, but like I would say reflect. Obviously with friends as well, because you need to do that because it's about your environment. I think. I think just like getting to know yourself isn't necessarily like obviously it is painful if you don't have the space to grow, but I think you need to get to know yourself in terms of like what you like. I think a lot of time, like even for myself, I've had to sit down and actually think like, what am I like? Like, what do I like doing? Like, breaking it down, like, or even things like, why am I the way I am? Like, what has caused something to be like? Why do I make jokes in this type of way, or why do I think about things in this type of way? Like, what has influenced that?
Yeah.
I think you can learn a lot about yourself by looking at the past and seeing where that journey's gone. So you can kind of pinpoint where that started and where you are now, and then therefore you can kind of see where you're going, as well as looking at the things around you and clocking like, okay, this is not as good for me. Oh, this is great. I'm going to stick with this, and then you kind of just mirror it.
Yeah, I think also for me, whenever I like read the Bible, I always get to know myself. Like the Bible's so raw, it's just a bit too much. It's sometimes
spiritual.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like whenever when I actually, sometimes I'll be like, I'll just read. I'll just like so over quarantine, I just started reading the Bible a lot more, and then I just come across stories. I'm like, oh yeah, I do that, and then God's like, don't do that, do that. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know. Just thinking, have a reflective time as well, like you said.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's all my D's and Q's.
You've been a sick guest, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys. This was fun. Like seriously. Have me back. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Mama, yeah?
No.
Yeah.
We are not doing that. That is Diablo Mentaroso.
Has that ruined your breakfast with Marmite now?
Yes, this is Diablo. Diablo.
But yeah, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share.
All of that.
We have Apex, so the dates will be up there somewhere. The same goes for Sunday online. We also have Focus, which is our Bible study. You get a little bit more of a deep dive into certain things. You get to ask questions, like we'll talk about here. And next time we're talking about family. Yeah. So get into that. Make sure that you are following us on Instagram and Snapchat to see when we're bringing out videos.
Send in your D's and Q's.
D's and Q's.
And that's all we've got. We're tapping out. Bye, guys.